Now welcome to another edition of News from Naboo with Thor's Lightning Takes. And let's get right to the news.
All right, I found an interesting thing on the internet. That's what I do.
Oh, there are a lot of interesting things on the internet.
Ugh.
Some considered to be unnatural.
You're done. All right, so Katee Sackhoff at the Fan Expo that took place in San Francisco did say there is no romance between Bo-Katan and Din Djarin.
That's going to break Din's heart.
Is it?
I think he had a little thing for her.
You think so?
He kind of had a she's my queen moment with her. Didn't he? Was I imagining it?
I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like it's rare for guys to go after an older woman. And
Wow,
she's what? She's got at least 15 years on him.
Yeah, she is. I mean, she
At
doesn't
least
look like
15
it.
years on
I mean,
him,
the
yeah.
actors are kind of the same age, so.
Right. She was
But
a full-on adult
technically-
during the Clone Wars where he was like a 9-year-old, maybe at the most 9.
Yeah, he was like at most 9, and she was in her 20s. I
feel like
during Clone
I
Wars.
feel like I actually have done the math on this once, and that she should be in like her 60s at least now, and he's in his 40s.
If she was like, say, 25 in Clone Wars, that's 30 years ago. She'd be like in her mid 50s.
This all figured out at one time.
Yeah,
But yeah, she's at least 15 years older.
but she looks really, really good for her age. She's been putting that back to cream on.
No,
I'm kidding. I get what you're saying.
But she said there's no romance between them. I mean, she can say that, but if the writers decide in season 4 doing a little ship might be a good idea, she has no control over that, does she?
I don't think those two are going to be together much anymore. I feel like that their story has been told. I think, of course, they'll see each other again probably
in the movie, we're assuming.
Yeah.
I think that she's got a lot to do. She's rebuilding Mandalore and her people on their home planet, whereas he's kind of settled it down a little bit.
I don't think he wants to
He's probably going to go back to maybe working some freelance work for the Marshals.
Yeah, I think he wants to do his own thing. He doesn't want to be the leader type or in politics or anything like that. I got a lot of flack when I said that Din was never going to be the leader of the Mandalorians. People back in the day, back before even season 3, I'm like, I don't think he's the leader type. And they're like, well, are you watching the same show? And I'm like, I think so.
And he's not.
So yeah,
he admitted as much himself when he gave the
exactly.
saber away.
I wasn't surprised by that direction. A lot of people, like I said, gave me crap for it, but sometimes I turn out to be right. Who knows?
Sometimes.
Just
Not often.
had a little tooting of my own horn there, but yeah, I mean, I don't see these two characters together much anymore. I think that's just kind of a done story, which some are going to disagree again with that, I think, but I don't see how you get them back together.
Hey, some people don't think the Rey and Kylo Ren ship is over, even though one of them is dead.
Well,
I'm just gonna say it.
Some ships are ghost ships.
No.
We're
We're not doing the Patrick Swayze ghost thing right now.
Ooh.
No.
My God, we could do that. Oh, I'm surprised I haven't seen like a suggestion of doing that. But doesn't he like help her move on? I've never seen it, I gotta admit.
Wow.
I know. I don't think I've ever seen like a Patrick Swayze movie. He's in all those like...
You've seen a Patrick Swayze movie.
Which one? I've never seen like Dirty Dancing, for example. I know that's like his classic.
That's the big one, yeah.
Wait. Outsiders. That's old school. Red Dawn. I've seen the original Red Dawn.
I've seen the original Red Dawn.
Yeah, I've seen the remake as well.
Yeah,
so I guess I've seen a few.
The remake's not the same.
Yeah, I've seen a few. There's probably another Patrick Swayze movie or two. I don't know why I'm talking about this, but...
I don't know why either.
Yeah.
Weirdo. But yeah, I'm sorry for everyone who was shipping the pair of them. Katee Sackhoff thinks that it ain't gonna happen.
No.
She's moved on from Din. She's after bigger fish.
She's after...
She's never had a love...
Mythosaurs.
No, she's never even had a love interest in the...
I thought there was a thing with Pre Vizsla and her.
I thought she felt more like a soldier, more of a loyalist than...
I think there's a little something there.
Maybe she couldn't get over him. Maybe she's got a thing for... she'll get a thing for Paz.
Paz is dead. Then we can just do the whole Kylo and Rey thing again.
No, I
everything.
misspoke. I just thought that those two might be good together.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think Paz
Then again, he has a son, so he already had a lady friend.
Well, it could. We've had discussions about that before. Was that an adopted, or was that actually
was it a foundling or his actual biological son?
Yeah.
I think it was his biological son.
I think so. I like it better if it is, because he certainly treated it like a biological son. And then again, I mean, Din and Grogu, that's not biological, and he was, willing to do anything for him too. So I don't know.
I don't know. It's hard to say. That's a whole nother debate.
Children, you love your children, adopted or not, right? So.
Right. I mean, another interesting thing that's gone on is we kind of talked a while ago about how Disney was buying Hulu. Well, they're buying the rest of it. They have a third stake. Well, it's happening. $8.61 billion given to Comcast that they can now use to make Peacock rival them.
Does Disney even have, like, that much money left?
Somehow they do. They're buying it on credit.
I'm sure it's not like cash. That's not how these things work, but...
What if they didn't give it all in, like, money? What if they're like, oh, and then for Peacock, you can have a couple of our shows, or family-friendly Peacocky content. I don't know.
Peacocky? That doesn't sound family-friendly.
Well, you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
What if they made some other kind of deal that was monetarily valued?
I don't know how these deals work.
I don't either.
This
I'm
is not my
expert.
expert on that. I know, like, George, for example, got a lot of Disney stock that isn't worth as much now as it was when he got it 10 years ago. That's for sure.
Well, now they're having this issue where starting December, they're going to be merging the apps, sort of. And then in 2024, in March, they're going to have brand new bundles for ESPN, Hulu, and Disney+.
Don't they already have those bundles?
They do already exist, but the pricing models are most likely going to change because now Disney has full control over Hulu's price. Before they were kind of splitting a third of it off.
Okay.
So the pricing model was based on an agreement rather than what Disney wants, and now Disney can get what Disney wants.
That's what Disney likes to do.
Yeah, this merger will actually affect us too because that Black Friday 99-cent Hulu deal spoke to me, so I took Hulu back.
Yeah, you got it for like $1 a month.
Yeah.
Because we had canceled it because I never watched it.
Yeah, we weren't. I was watching it more than you. Yeah. But now we have it back again. But don't worry, it'll be on one app, sort of.
One app to rule them all.
Now, if you have your Hulu Plus Live TV, don't worry, that's going to be a separate app and not merge with the rest of the on-demand content. It's silly. You might as well just leave them as two separate apps.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes the people who design these things and come up with the ideas don't actually use them. They're like, wouldn't it be great if we have one app? And
well, honestly, why even call them two separate things? Why even say you're still bundling them? If you own it 100% like they own Hulu, it's just Disney Plus now. Why still say, oh,
because
Disney Plus
of that
and
name
Hulu?
recognition?
Or is it because they're going to get more money if you think you're bundling multiple things, but Disney owns all of it?
What? That sounds shady. How dare you accuse Disney of something like that?
I'm just saying. I mean, ESPN has always kind of been a separate entity. Everyone knows what that is. Hulu, on the other hand, and Disney, well, Disney's got its, like, first, MA content coming with Echo. Hulu has a lot of MA content. Parental controls beware, by the way, by merging into one app.
Yeah.
You're going to come home and your child's going to be watching Handmaid's Tale.
I've never seen it. I'm assuming that's...
Yeah.
Is Patrick Swayze in it?
No.
That was a joke.
No,
but
he's not.
Just tying it all together.
But new bundles will be coming out in March of next year, whereas they're going to combine the app this month. Well, December. I'm calling it this month. I'm jumping the gun a little. Sorry, everybody.
By a day, yes.
By one whole day. 2 whole days? 1 day.
1 day.
But we're going to have to do a kind of a wait and see as to what happens with this whole thing. It's going to be a little bit messy. It's going to be confusing. There are people who are already having weird issues with the Disney Plus stuff. I found comments today that talk about the price for Disney Plus annually went up. Well, there are people who were like, oh, I went and changed my payment source and only got charged $75 for the annual bundle instead of like the, $150 or whatever it's at now? It's crazy.
Well, that's a good deal.
It's a great deal. Half price or something
Until
like
they
that.
charge you the rest of it someday when you're not ready for it. Yeah.
Whoops, we undercharged you. Let us fix that for you.
Yes, let us correct that problem for you by taking your money.
But I do have to say, on the article I was reading, there was a comment that stood out to me that I just wanted to share with everybody because it was fantastically worded.
Okay.
Coming from the Umbrella Man. Another dumpster fire on top of a train wreck. All just a shady numbers game to help the bottom line. Hulu Plus Live TV will still be under its own dedicated app, while Hulu On Demand will be under the Disney Plus app? What a convoluted mess. Once again, these golden spoon CEOs who have never paid for a thing in their lives and couldn't tell you how much a gallon of milk costs are completely out of touch with their customer base, who want one thing: keep it cheap and simple.
Yeah.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Cheap and simple.
Cheap and simple.
What they're doing is not simple, and probably not going to be cheap.
Well, it's not going to be cheap.
Well, they got to recoup the money from buying out the rest of Hulu somehow, right?
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess that's going to be all we got for you this time. Now it is your turn to take to the comments below and tell us what you think of any and all of today's news. And let's talk some Star Wars and some Hulu. And until next time, thanks for watching.